So continuing with what I was just speaking about in the last video, this idea of this one truth, and that's it, as in, me and that. Under investigation, which is what meditation is, we're investigating who we think we are and what we think and make as real. We might start to realize that the only thing that really is real, the only thing that doesn't change, is this experiencing of now. So there's lots of terminology to explain that. People might call it God. People might call it the underlying reality of everything. People might call it the universe. When you start to experience it for yourself, you might call it different names of its characters, like emptiness, fullness, eternal bliss. Like you're starting to describe the characteristics of it. But really, it's this incredible natural alertness when you're not thinking. And then who are you when the mind basically isn't where your attention is? You're not caught up with the thoughts or identified with the programs and the thinking. So then who are you if the mind ceases to dominate you? Who are you? What's there? What's being experienced? What's experiencing when that's not your reality anymore, but this moment is? And then that unchanging reality is actually where truth lies. And it really doesn't matter, me trying to be truthful, me trying to understand truth, all of that kind of harshness falls away into this experiencing of now. And in the experiencing of now, like I was saying in the last video, there's so much compassion to everyone and everything, because you realize there's just this dance of humanity playing itself out. This thing called my life is actually this beautiful unfoldment of human experiences, or me in this human body experiencing this. And if that just sounds a bit weird to you, just come back with any kind of meditation practice, which is just watching the mind and seeing what the mind is. And if you kind of need a couple of exercises on the website, which is in my bio thing. There's the website of the Bright Path, and we've got some exercises there on how to actually notice and become aware, see what the mind is, count thoughts, all that kind of stuff, which really help you to get an idea that you are not your thoughts. Because if I can count those thoughts, I'm that's counting them. And then who's that? So it's a really cool thing to investigate, because the question of truthfulness starts to arise again. Well, then, if this is what I've been believing all my life, and I'm now seeing it as a concept or a bunch of thoughts, well, then is it not true? And it's a really beautiful, freeing experience to realize we're not locked into anything, and that this fluidity is actually more accurate, or this constant now, which is uninfluenced, unfiltered, is actually more accurate. But it's really an experience. So the vow of satya, or truthfulness, is actually kind of interesting, because it's easy to go, oh yeah, I know the truth, I know what's going on, or whatever, and it really isn't this thing of me getting it. If you think you've got it, well, you're kind of gone a bit backwards, because that's another concept. And also it's me and that, which is duality. But we're talking about something different. So to play with what your truth is, what is truthfulness, all that sort of stuff, is really interesting, because it shines a light on you and who you think you are and how you're being. And that's, of course, always a good thing, because then you realize there's more to who you really are. So there you go. I hope you got something out of that.